Hi, this is Caprice Black with Medicare for Seniors, and my companion, her name is Ebony, and she often sits with me while I work. Today, the purpose of this video is just to answer some common questions I get from my clients when they're first turning 65. It can be a very confusing time. There's lots of options, and it's always good to know somebody who can answer your questions. So the first question is, what is Medicare? Well, Medicare is a federally state program for health insurance. It's made up of two parts. The two parts are known as Original Medicare. Your Part A is your hospitalization insurance, like inpatient hospitalization, hospice care, nursing facility care insurance. Most times this is free for Americans. If they have worked 40 quarters, if the person or their spouse has, then it's free. Now your Part B of Medicare is your medical insurance. So this is like doctor's office visits, lab tests, outpatient surgery, equipment like durable equipment, wheelchairs. They pay $121.80 per month in 2016, and most times those individuals have it deducted directly from their Social Security check if they're collecting, and if they're not collecting, they will pay directly Part B insurance. Okay, the next question is, how do I enroll? What is the enrollment process? 3 months before you turn 65, this is the beginning of the initial enrollment period. It lasts for 7 months. 3 months before you turn 65, the month you turn 65, and 3 months after. This is when you can enroll into Medicare, guaranteed issue, no underwriting questions. Now, if you're automatically receiving Social Security benefits right before you turn 65, you'll automatically be enrolled into your Part A and your Part B, and you'll receive a package in the mail with your red, white, and blue Medicare card. However, if you postpone collecting your Social Security benefits, you're going to have to manually enroll into Medicare. That means you can either go online to the Social Security website and enroll. It takes about 10 minutes. Or you can call the Social Security Department, or you can go to your local office and enroll in person. Now, if you do not enroll when you're eligible for Part B, so that's the 7 months after that, just postpone it because you don't want to pay that $121.80. There will be a penalty unless you have credible coverage like group insurance. And for each 12-month period that you do not have your Part B, there's a 10% penalty that will stay with you for the rest of your life. So it's important that you get enrolled when you can. And if you miss that enrollment period, not only will you have the penalty, you have to wait to the enrollment period, which is January to March 31st every year. Okay, the next question is, what if I'm working? What do I do? Well, you can still enroll into your Part A, your hospitalization insurance. Now, if you have group insurance and your employer has more than 20 employees, group insurance becomes your primary insurance. If you're in a smaller company with less than 20, then Medicare becomes your primary insurance. Now, if you're in a larger company, has more than 20 employees, you can postpone your Part B so you don't have to pay for it while you have your group insurance. But what happens if you retire when you're 68 or 70 years old? What do you do? Well, if you retire and you lose your group insurance, you now have a special enrollment period. It lasts for 8 months, and you just enroll into your Part B, and then you can get other insurance. Okay, what are the different parts of Medicare? Well, I already talked about Part A. That's your hospitalization insurance. Your Part B is your medical insurance. That makes up Original Medicare. Then another part, which is voluntary, is your Part D. That's your prescriptions, standalone prescription plans. That is voluntary as well, but you do want to enroll during your initial enrollment period. Otherwise, you will pay a penalty for each month that you don't have credible prescription coverage, unless you have group insurance. You also hear about Part C. Part C is known as Medicare Advantage plans. This is an alternative to Original Medicare, and what happens is the government contracts with private insurance carriers. It's overseen by the federal government, and it's just a different way to get your Part A and your Part B, and sometimes Part D is enrolled into these Advantage plans. What are Medicare supplement plans? Well, a Medicare supplement plan is like gap insurance. People who take Original Medicare, remember Medicare pays 80% of your costs, typically, that's approved Medicare claim. Then the gap insurance comes in to pay the other 20% of those medically approved claims. In the Medicare supplement plans, there is no networks. You don't need any referrals. You can see any doctor that has taken an appointment with Medicare. If you have any other questions, see that number. Feel free to give me a call. I'm more than happy to talk to you, help you explore your options, and get you enrolled into a plan. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.